These crates contain the Ming vases, but over here was a real find of our trip. A Tang horse circa 815. It'll be the centerpiece for our museum's Far East collection. Oh, great. Frank. Hey, I'm finished. Let's go grab some breakfast and then unload when the stevedores get here.
Yeah, sure thing, honey. How about the chowder bowl? I'll buy it.
All right. Go ahead. I'll catch up. What are you doing here?
Su Qin has heard some rumors. He's quite concerned.
What kind of rumors?
That the shipment may have been hijacked.
Nonsense. I loaded it myself in Hong Kong. No one knows where it is but me.
Then you won't mind showing us.
Of course not.
Something wrong?
Of course not. I just can't reach the package.
Why? It's empty. Now what? We better tell Su Qin.
CJ, keep going. Remember, no pain, no gain, huh?
Come on, Houston, give a girl a break. I wanted to firm up, look like Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. You're saved by the bell. You got a phone call from Connie Ling.
Oh, thank you. Connie? Hi.
Thank God you're there. You've got to help me.
Connie, what happened?
There's no time to explain, CJ. I've got to see you. Meet me at my apartment. And for God's sake, please hurry.
$20 million worth of heroin. Gone.
Su Qin, the woman must have been working with someone. Maybe one of our rivals, and hoping to take over our drug trade.
Without the heroin, there's no drug trade. We must recover the shipment. Do whatever is necessary, but find the drugs.
What about the girl?
I may have made an error in trusting Miss Connie Ling, but she has made a far greater error by betraying me.
Houston. Chinatown's a little off your regular beat, isn't it? You want to tell me about your client?
She wasn't a client, Hoyt. She was a friend. Named Connie Ling. She worked at the County Museum of Art. She was a Far East expert. She called us about an hour ago to say she needed help. We didn't get a chance to find out what it was.
Got any idea why anybody want to kill her?
No. I know. I knew her for 10 years. We were in college together.
I need both of you to come down to the office to make a statement.
You all right?
Houston, the man you shot's in a coma. Doctors give him a 50-50 chance.
That's more than he gave Connie, isn't it?
That's him, Matt Houston. The woman's his associate, corporate lawyer, C.J. Parsons. She was a friend of the victim. Houston, C.J., I want you to meet Harry Carter.
Hi.
It's a pleasure.
It may not be when you see what I have to show you.
Carter here works with the Drug Enforcement Administration. He has some information on Connie Ling.
This way, please. Your friend was dirty, Miss Parsons. She's smuggling drugs.
What are you talking about?
Heroin, and a lot of it. Enough to keep a city full of junkies glassy-eyed for months.
That is just not possible.
Now, CJ, just take it easy. Let's at least hear what the man has to say.
You can talk all you want, Carter. But you're never going to convince me of that.
Oh, no? You're a lawyer? How about if I show you some evidence? This was taken in Hong Kong a few months ago. The man standing next to Connie Ling is a known heroin dealer. Freeze frame it right here. The package she just dropped contains money. The package she just gave her contains heroin. We've been on her for 6 months.
That doesn't prove that...
C.J., Carter, let me see his files. It's all there. Connie was using her job at the art museum as a cover. She was making one trip a month back to the Far East, bringing back art objects to the museum.
And heroin to the junkies. Her last shipment was due today. The ship's in the harbor. I've got it impounded and sealed.
Yeah, wait a minute, fellas. Now, if you knew this was going on with Connie all along, why didn't you just arrest her?
Because she's just a mule for the smugglers. I was hoping she was going to lead us to whoever it was.
But cops are usually pretty tight-fisted with their information, huh? I mean, why are you telling us all this about Connie?
Look, Houston. I've been trying to break up this smuggling ring for 3 years. I'm so close to it now I could taste it.
So in other words, what you're trying to tell me is you just want me to stay out of it so I don't blow your case?
You got it.
And I still want to know why Connie was murdered.
You stay out of the way and I'll find out. Wait. I'm going to the hospital and see if I can get a statement from the killer.
I'll walk you down.
Nurse Bartlett, call physical therapy on 214. Nurse Bartlett, call physical therapy on 214. Dr. Grenfell, report to Dr. Marr in administration. Dr. Grenfell, report to Dr. Marr in administration.
My name's Carter, Drug Enforcement Administration.
Lieutenant Hoyt said you'd be by. Follow me. You'll have to leave.
We'll need more room here.
Get the board, bag them. Starting bicar. Get the paddles.
Come on, breathe.
Clear?
Defib.
Injections ready, Doctor.
Hit him again.
He's dead.
Looks like I wasted my time.
CJ, just please try and calm down.
I don't want to calm down, Houston. I'm mad. The DEA can come up with all the files, all the film, all the evidence that they want. But I know that Carter is wrong. There is no way that Connie would have been involved with drugs.
Houston, Lieutenant Hoyt, line 3.
Thank you, Chris. Morning.
No, it's not a good morning. Connie's killer died last night.
Well, was Carter able to get a statement from him?
Negative. The killer never regained consciousness. Just thought you'd like to know. Later.
CJ, the man who killed Connie died in hospital last night. What makes you so sure that Connie was not involved in drugs?
Her brother was a junkie. He used to crash at her apartment, Houston. She hated what drugs did to him.
Well, if you're right, that means that Connie was framed and then she was murdered.
Houston, I know the DEA wants us off this case, but she was a friend of mine. And I can't just sit on my hands. I want to know the truth.
Sounds like I got myself a new client.
Where do we start?
The best place to start is the scene of the crime. I read that in a book someplace. Come on.
Houston, don't! It's Sam, Connie's brother.
See, you've got some explaining to do.
You better start talking to me. What's the idea of tearing this place apart?
Just what the hell were you looking for?
I was looking for money.
All right, so you can stick some more poison in your
No,
arm?
I got enough for a couple of days. I need money to get away. Please, CJ, you gotta help me. I got some friends in New York. They'll hide me. Listen.
No, you listen to me. You just listen to me, you poor little burnt-out junkie. Hey, your sister's dead. She deserved a whole lot better out of life. You better start answering some questions. First one, was Connie smuggling heroin?
Oh, Sam, why? There has to be a reason for it.
Go on, answer her.
Me. She did it for me. I owed Sochin money, a lot of money.
Who is Su Chin?
He's the power in Chinatown. He told Connie to do what he said or I was dead.
Okay. Let me guess. Su Chin knew that Connie took trips to Hong Kong. He knew this provided a cover.
Let me just guess who's the one in the first place that told Sue Chen about the trips. That's charming.
At first, Connie refused, even when I begged her. Then suddenly she got a phone call and changed her mind.
Sam, who's the phone call from? Sue Chin?
I don't know. I don't think so. At first, the shipments were small. Sue Chin was testing her. This last one was 50 pounds.
50 pounds doesn't sound very small to me.
And now it's missing. Connie's dead, and if Sue Chin finds me, I'm dead too. Listen, just give me some money. Let me...
I'll tell you what. I'll give you something better than money. I'll give you protection.
Don't worry, Houston. I know a place where he'll be safer than a third-string quarterback at halftime.
Hey, didn't you used to be Toomey Malone, the baddest linebacker in the NFL?
Now, CJ, Toomey is going to stash Sam and hit the streets with a mouthful of questions.
What's the next step?
I think we ought to do some homework.
Sue Chin, one of the biggest crime lords in the city.
I read about him, CJ. It seems like he's got his fingers in more pies than Sarah Lee.
And all of them illegal. Drug trafficking, gambling, extortion. He's a real smart cookie, Houston. The police have been trying to nail him for years, unsuccessfully.
And a very ruthless man. Seems like all of his enemies wind up on the obituary page.
Like Connie.
Maybe not, CJ. You said yourself, he's a very smart man. Now, remember what Connie's brother told us? Sue Chin still does not know where that heroin is.
You're right. It wouldn't have been very smart of Sue Chin to murder Connie before he knew where the drugs were.
Mm-hmm. A man like that would probably just torture her until she told him where the drugs were.
And then kill her.
Yeah. Sue Chin. He's probably not our man, CJ.
Do you have any idea who is?
Somebody who's come into 50 pounds of heroin recently.
Houston.
Looks like you were right, Houston. There's no heroin on the street. A regular panic in Needle Park.
Have you got any idea who hijacked Sue Chin's shipment?
No, but I'll tell you one thing. He's one brave dude. You heard of an eye for an eye? Well, Sue Chin believes in 2 eyes, 1 nose, both ears, and all your teeth for an eye. He's not a nice man.
This is true. Let's just keep digging, to me. Now, that dope has got to hit the street sooner or later. When that tap is turned on, I want to know whose hand is on the faucet.
You got it.
So far, whoever's got that heroin is just sitting on it.
Well, it's worth $20 million. They're not going to hold it forever.
Yeah. That's right, CJ. And from what Too Mean tells me, the people in the streets are chomping at the bit. There's no heroin out there.
And they say we Chinese are the inscrutable ones.
You can keep it if you like.
You're quite generous with my property.
Sue Chin, I have 199 bags just like it.
Before we begin negotiations, Mr. Carter, you must tell me how you managed to come into possession of my heroin.
When you ordered Connie Ling to start smuggling drugs to keep her brother alive, she phoned the Drug Enforcement Agency.
And you got the phone call.
I got it. She was working for me all along. She thought I was waiting for a big enough shipment so I could arrest you.
When you were actually waiting for a big enough shipment to steal.
You see, I have my retirement fund to think of.
And it was you that spread the rumor my shipment was hijacked.
Sue Chin, I knew right where it was. It was easy for me to take before your men arrived.
Then you had the girl killed.
I had to tie up loose ends.
So, how much would it cost to get my property back?
Sue Chin, I'm not greedy. It's worth 20 million. I just want 2.
I'll need time to get the money.
48 hours max. Before I put it on the auction block to your competitors.
Fine. Name the time and place.
Not so fast. So far, I've been able to keep the police out of this investigation. We have a problem. There's a detective named Matt Houston and his lawyer partner, C.J. Parsons.
What about them?
They're investigating the girl's murder. It's just a matter of time before they tie me up to Connie Ling.
'Fine. Name the time and place. 48 hours max. Before I put it on the auction block to your competitors. Fine. Name the time and place.
48 hours max. Before I put it on the auction block to your competitors.
What about them? would you like me to do?
Kill him.
Consider it done.
All right.
Houston, whoever stole that heroin is just sitting on it. Why?
You mean, why aren't they selling it? That's a very good question, CJ.
You got a good answer?
Well, CJ, the way I figure it, whoever has that heroin had to be close enough to Connie to steal it. But evidently they don't have the connections in the drug trade to sell it.
Which is why we're looking for a name. Some indication of who would be close enough to Connie to know she was smuggling drugs.
CJ, listen, did Connie mention anything about a new boyfriend or any new friends at all?
No, not that I can recall.
Well, when was the last time that you talked to her?
About a month ago, we had lunch. But we used to talk on the phone at least once a week.
Wait a minute.
What?
Telephone, CJ. So if you called her once a week...
She would also talk to whoever she knew was smuggling the heroin.
Bingo. Connie's phone bill.
But phone bills only have numbers, not names.
That's why I plan to let our fingers do the walking, CJ.
Orderlies not assigned to duty, report to emergency. Orderlies not assigned to duty, report to emergency.
As far as you go.
Nurse Webster, report to Dr. Badham in surgery. Nurse Webster, report to Dr. Badham in surgery.
Chris called and told me what happened. How's CJ?
There's no word yet.
I saw a coffee machine down the hall. Why don't we wait together? Yeah. Okay. Well, I heard it from 3 different sources. Su Chen's gonna be back in business by tomorrow.
Doesn't leave us much time, does it?
Mr. Houston? She's gonna make it.
Oh, thank God. Listen, can I see her?
Yeah, just for a minute.
Hiya, boss.
Hiya, CJ.
I'm sorry, Houston.
What are you sorry about?
For all the worry I caused you. They told me it was touch and go for a while.
I did say a prayer or two. How you feeling?
Better now that I'm looking at my favorite face in the whole world.
Hello, yeah, this is Tony Stewart. I'm a friend of Connie Ling's. She told me if I ever needed to get a hold of her that you just might be... I'm sorry, what?
Well, no, I hadn't heard. I'm sorry. Listen, tell me something, Cindy. Did you... It's Betty? Betty Gimbel. You were her hairdresser. I'm sorry. I probably called it a bad time. Thank you.
Tell me, Eli, how good a friend of Connie's were you? Her car mechanic. No, I don't know what the family's planning to do with the car.
Did you come up with anything?
I know where you can get a Fiat fixed.
Great. Excuse me?
What happened?
Well, I just got the Drug Enforcement Administration.
But if Connie was smuggling drugs, why would she be talking to the Heat?
Well, maybe she wasn't talking to him. Now, she's got the brother, Sam. He was a junkie. Used to hang out at her place once in a while.
Well, lots of junkies snitch to the man for some extra dough. Do you think he called the DEA?
Let's ask him. So where'd you stash it?
At your beach house.
My beach house? Well, why my beach house?
Because it's safe.
Well, why not your house?
What? A spaced-out junkie in my home? Houston, I got an image to maintain.
Houston, just what in the hell is going on? I just found out that CJ is in the hospital with a bullet wound. Carter's been jumping on my back. I mean, I thought you were going to stay off this case.
See, I'd love to chat with you, but I'll tell you what, I really got to run right now. Yeah.
Hey, what about CJ? Where?
Well, I tell you, she's in Wilshire Memorial Hospital. Give her a call.
Houston!
How's our house guest?
He tried to make a break for it, but I caught him. He said if he tried it again, I'd rip his lips off.
Tell me something. Did you ever make a call to the DEA from Connie's apartment?
You crazy, man?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time a junkie snitched to the man for some powdered sugar.
But it was my own sister that was bringing the stuff in. I never would have set her up.
Now, wait a minute. Did you not tell me that Connie only agreed to work for Sue Chin after she got a particular phone call?
Yeah. She was scared, real scared. I said, okay.
Houston, you've got that funny look on your face again.
Yeah, it's the same one I always get when I realize I've been conned. CJ was right to me, and Connie was not smuggling drugs. She was working undercover for the government.
So Connie called the DEA?
That's right. She was double-crossed by a certain DEA agent named Harry Carter.
Central Division.
Yeah, please, this is Matt Houston. I need a location on Lieutenant Hoyt immediately.
He's on his way to Wilshire Memorial Hospital.
Well, please, just tell him to sit tight there. It's very important. I have to talk to him. Thank you. So far, the only hard evidence we've got is Connie's phone bill.
Well, you need more than that to convince Hoyt.
Right, unless we can catch Carter with the heroin. It's going to be a hard thing to convince the jury of.
I don't think those guys are from the Welcome Way.
Yeah. Listen, when we divide and conquer,
huh?
Split up between.
I said freeze?
No, you don't understand. My name's Mac.
That's better. Now everybody up against the car and spread them. Come on, turn around.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Harry Carter of the DEA. I'd like to speak with Miss Parsons.
Outside.
What are you doing here?
Probably the same thing you were. I just want to get a statement from the lady.
Well, neither one of you are going to talk to her. Not now, at least. She's sleeping, and I don't want her disturbed. I'll be happy to call you at your offices as soon as she's able to see you.
Phone?
Nurse's station.
I have a staff meeting, so I'll talk to you later.
Take it easy. Hoyt here.
Lieutenant, Matt Houston called. I told him you were at the hospital, and he asked if you'd wait there for him.
Did he say what he wanted?
No, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Thorpe, would you please tell these guys who I am?
His name's Matt Houston. He's a PI. I'll vouch for him.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Houston?
All right. Yeah, he's with me.
Get out of here.
Houston.
My office called. Said you wanted to see me. What's up?
Hoyt, have you seen Carter?
He just left.
Well, you have got to stop him, all right? Now, he is the one that set up Connie.
You were going to leave me.
No.
Yeah, fine. Thanks.
Well, what'd you find out?
He said you and Toomey tried to mug he and his friend.
Well, I have to give him credit for originality. Who is he?
Want to suit Chance Henchman.
Yeah, well, I'll bet you if you run he and his partner's gun through ballistics, you're bound to come up with a weapon that hits CJ.
Very good, Houston. You get that from one of your private eye manuals?
Yes. Matter of fact, I did. Same place I learned the term APB, as in finding Carter, Hoyt.
Well, we got his house all staked out. Every cop in the city's looking for him. But Carter's a trained cop. He'll be a tough man to find.
Yeah, well, maybe not. You see, I talked to Toomey. Now, he said the word's out on the street. The pushers will be getting their goodies tomorrow by noon.
Meaning?
Meaning the Carter's got to pick up that heroin. Now, he stashed it. Probably someplace that he thought it would be safe.
All we gotta do is find out where. Got any ideas?
This might have. Make like a statue, Carter. Now lose your gun. Real easy. Now turn around nice and slow. Kind of a long night. I was beginning to wonder if I'd guessed wrong.
How'd you know where I was?
But you told me yourself. When you told me that you had this ship sealed and impounded. All right, come on in, Hoyt. He's all yours.
I give up.
Houston, the man says give up.
Not yet, he doesn't. Now he does.
Hi.
CJ. Listen, I didn't mean to wake you up.
I'm
CJ.
glad you did.
Listen, doctors tell me you're going to be out of here in a couple of days.
Houston, I'm ready to get out of here now. I have 3 court cases.
Now, don't worry about that. Now, I've already postponed those.
Well, the work at the office must be backed
Well,
up.
Chris and Two Mean are pitching in. They're doing just fine. Things are running along smooth as silk.
What you're trying to say is you don't need me.
Not at all. It's going to be real nice to have you back where you belong.
It's nice to be wanted.
Half turn to your right. That's your left. Don't you know your right from your left? Kid's a regular brain surgeon.
Well, I did my best.
Well, she's all wrong. That's all right. We'll fix it. First, we gotta get rid of that makeup.
But that's the way you usually want them.
Well, this time it's different. See, there's this state senator who's been real good to St. Nick during this last investigation. And the state senator just happens to have a thing for, young girls. Sweet young girls. It's called Happy Birthday, Senator. Yeah, you're gonna do just fine, honey.
I warned you. I told you to leave my sister alone. I'm taking her out of here now. Come on, Butterfly.
Hey, hold it right there, kid. Melinda, hit the house lights. You. I told you to stop making waves, didn't I? St. Nick owns you and all those other hunks of meat out there on the boulevard. And since I speak for St. Nick...
Wrong. St. Nick doesn't own me or my sister. Not anymore. Because I found out who your boss is. The real St. Nick. Wouldn't the world love to know that respectable Mr. Law and Order civic leader is really king of the pimps?
You got a big mouth.
And it can get bigger. Because if you don't let us go, I'm going to the cops. And then everybody's gonna know who the real St. Nick is. Everybody.
Marcia, look out! Come on now, go! Go! Marcia!
Houston Investigations.
Please, I need help. My name is Marcia Hall. I'm 16 years old. I'm a hooker.
Marcia, this is nice and cold.
Where do you and your sister live?
The Hollywood Circle Motel.
Well, Hollywood Circle Motel has been closed and boarded up for a couple years now.
Well, what difference does that make? There's a lot of people living in places like that. Maybe we're not supposed to, but where else are we gonna go?
Marcia, it's okay. We're all friends here.
Marcia, tell me something. How long you been out on the streets?
2 years. Christmas Eve is when we ran. I just wasn't gonna let my stepfather beat up Butterfly the way he used to hit me when he got drunk.
Wait a minute, just back up a minute now. Ran from where?
Casper, Wyoming. But it wouldn't do you no good to try to contact anyone back there. We lived in a trailer camp. Everyone's probably long gone by now.
I know the terms we agreed to when we started on this thing. There will be no cops. We won't try and get a hold of any parents. We just want to help you find Butterfly.
But when can we get started?
No, why not right now? Why don't you show me where the acting studio is? Come on.
Well, Spry's closed, locked up tight.
Oh, they change locations every couple of months. Sometimes it's a dance studio, sometimes acting. Sometimes they say they're agents for TV commercials. That's how they first got me.
Well, listen, have you got any idea of another place they might be keeping your sister?
No. I know sometimes Melinda keeps kids at her place, but I don't know where that is.
Well, let's get back to the office and work out a plan of action. Get out!
It's them!
Yeah, I had that feeling.
Shooting.
Well, one can't be too careful in my line of work.
I'll be right back.
It's always the telephone.
It's important. That Marcia Hall kid. This morning she showed up at the acting studio screaming for her sister. Said that if we didn't give her Butterfly, she was going to expose you as Saint Nick.
Me? You mean she knew me by my name?
Well, she called you Mr. Law and Order. That's what they call you in the papers, isn't it?
I trust you persuaded her against taking such action.
Well, we tried. I'm afraid she got away for the time being.
What do you mean, the time being?
Well, we still have her kid sister. She's bound to show up for her, and then we'll get her.
Then you'll kill her.
I hate to say this, Houston, but street kids are a dime dozen.
Meaning?
Meaning, what kid would mean so much to St. Nick that he was shooting you down in broad daylight?
I really don't think it's the girl, CJ. It's what she threatened them with. She told them that she knew the true identity of St. Nick and was going to go public with it.
Well, that is a big story. Did she say who it is?
That's a point, CJ. She really doesn't know. She was bluffing. Now, all she heard was that St. Nick had something to do with law and order.
Well, she's bluffing the wrong people. Baby. What kind of people exploit children?
I kind of intend to hurt, CJ. First, I have to find Butterfly.
Chow time.
Marcia, how do you like yours? You like it well done, meaty, or still mooey?
I'm not really very hungry.
Oh, now, come on. You got to eat something. Got to keep your strength up. Besides, now, I always say that it's best to talk to a client over a meal. It makes everybody good and relaxed.
Look, if it's about the money, I have it. I can pay you. Almost $700.
Marcia, it's really not about the money.
I was going to use it to get me and Butterfly out of town.
Marcia, it's about the police.
What about him?
Well, I think it's time that we talk to him. Now, wait a minute. Listen. I know what I promised you, but that was before I realized how serious these people are.
I just want to find Butterfly.
So do I. They tried to kill us today.
But somebody out there's got to know where she is.
Listen, those were real bullets today. These people mean business. Now, if we go to the police, you tell them about St. Nick. They can help us find Butterfly.
He's right. You really think so?
I know so.
Come on, what do you say? Talk to him?
All right.
Atta girl.
I need to use the bathroom.
You know where it is?
Yeah, Lieutenant Michael Hoyt, please.
Houston.
Marcia?
Houston.
Listen, how far can she get?
She took your car keys.
Hi, Scotty. I've been looking for you.
Marcia, I know all about it. I wish I could help. Look, I'm really sorry.
Come on, Scotty. You're not afraid of St. Nick. He doesn't pimp for you.
Wrong. St. Nick bought me from Freddie.
Since when did St. Nick start handling boys?
2 days ago. Hey, give him a year, he's gonna own it all.
He's not owning me. And he's not owning Butterfly. Scotty, I've got to find her.
I don't even know where they're hiding her. Even if I did, St. Nick's put the word out. Anyone who helps you. Sorry, Marcia.
Houston Investigations. Yes. He's coming in right now.
Turn her in for car theft, CJ, but we have looked everywhere.
Houston, Lieutenant Hoyt.
Can I do for you, Lieutenant?
You lose something, Private Eye?
What'd you have in mind?
A red convertible, registered to Matt Houston.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did. You know, I was just going to call you and report it missing, so you found it, huh?
Oh, we found it all right. Along with something else in the trunk. Body of a girl, looked to be about 16.
That's her. Hoyt, I want to stay close with you on this one.
Get real, Houston.
Get real? Now, what is that supposed to mean? Huh?
It means that there's not enough time, money, and manpower. Your client, your former client, she's one of them.
Them?
A throwaway. Another teenager who ran away from a small town, came to the big city and ended up a hooker and very dead. Officially, no one cares. No one wants to look at their garbage. Officially, they're throwaways.
Well, officially, that stinks.
Then why don't you run for city council and change the rules? Or still better, give us a budget so that we can do our job the way it ought to be done.
Lieutenant, what happens to Marcia's body?
Nobody claims it. Cremation. Taxpayers' expense.
Yeah, well, suppose maybe I would like to, at my own personal expense, give her a decent burial. And suppose maybe, because officially nobody gives a damn, I would like to collect her personal effects.
Personal effects? What do you want with her personal effects?
She's got a 14-year-old sister out there that I hope to find. She just might want to have something to remember Marcia by.
Funeral's out of my jurisdiction. But you can pick up her personal effects when you pick up your convertible at the impound tomorrow.
Where to?
Find Butterfly, CJ.
You want to tell me how we're supposed to do that?
Well, I'm not really sure. I think I might know someone who just might. Why don't you drop me off at Century Theater?
Houston! You finally made it.
No, correction. You finally made it. I tell you, you were awfully good out there.
Well, thanks to a tall, handsome dude that lifted me out of the gutter. Convinced me I could be somebody. I'm still gonna pay you back.
How about right now? I need a favor.
Name it.
St. Nick?
What about the creep?
He's got something I want, Margot. A 14-year-old girl named Butterfly.
It'll take a lot of calls to a lot of bad memories.
She had a sister named Marcia. Worked for St. Nick. Tried to get her out. She wound up very, very dead.
I hear you, Houston. I'll be in touch. one way or the other.
Thank you. You be careful.
This Houston sounds like big trouble.
Oh, mine a nuisance.
Houston used to be very rich. Maybe his fortune away to charity or some such thing.
No matter. Soon to be very dead. How is she?
Stubborn, uncooperative, and about as lively as a brick.
She'll come around by tomorrow night.
What if she doesn't?
Oh, I've spent half my career in court, watching stubborn little nothings like our butterfly turn into docile little hookers, like her sister, Marcia.
Not so docile, as it turned out.
No, but then it didn't turn out so well for Marcia, did it? Oh, I used to feel sorry for the girls, until I realized that they weren't really girls at all, just merchandise. Do you remember when you used to be just merchandise, Melinda? Hello, Butterfly. How are we today? Melinda says we're being petulant. We are being petulant. But no matter. By tomorrow night, you are going to be a bright-eyed picture of sweet innocence, aren't you? We're going to be the very best birthday present the state senator has ever had. Aren't we, Butterfly?
Maybe she needs some discipline.
No, not yet. She'll cooperate. That's because I can give her things she never knew she could have. I can make you beautiful, and popular, and desirable. I can even make you significant. Or I can kill you, just as I killed your sister. Keep me informed, Melinda.
Good morning, Houston. CJ went to pick up your car at the police impound garage. Meantime, there's a lady on hold named Margot.
Well, that was fast. Hello, Margot. Did you come up with something?
I've been on the phone all night.
Well, go.
A boy prostitute, name of Scotty. He was tight with that girl, Marcia. Might be able to point you in the direction of St. Nick.
Well, tell me something. Where do I find this Scotty?
Okay, so I know Marcia.
Now, when was the last time you saw her?
You're a cop, aren't you?
Actually, I'm a private cop. Kind who is willing to spend big bucks to anybody who can point me in St. Nick's direction.
Me? Think you're St. Nick?
He's got Marcia's sister, Scotty. Now, she doesn't belong to him.
You must think I'm a real Looney Tune.
No, what I think is I would really like to help you get off this street. Now, I will bet you that you had a home once. School, friends, probably got a mother and father who are wondering where you are.
Just get out of here.
Oh, damn it, you listen to me for a minute. I know that sometimes running away seems the best thing to do. But I'll tell you something. Sometimes all it takes is a phone call. All the harsh words are gone. Your parents are just glad to have you back home.
How can I go home now after what I've become?
Scotty, I can help you get home. Just please help me. Help Butterfly. Look, just call me, all right? Nice timing.
Good directions.
Marcia's personal effects.
Yeah, I also managed to get an okay for you to give Marcia a regular funeral.
Thank you, CJ. This must be Butterfly.
Houston, when you do find Butterfly, what are you going to do with her? You can't send her back to that stepfather.
First, we have to find her, CJ.
What's this?
I have no idea. It looks like some kind of a code. I'll take it back to the office, run it through Baby, and see what she says. What are you going to do?
I think I'll stick around here and talk to some of the natives. Maybe one of them will be able to help us find Butterfly.
Well, be careful. Try not to run to those charming people who chased you and Marshall the last time.
Plan to be very careful, CJ. Shoot me in front of all these witnesses?
Let's go take a look at the view. Come on. Come on.
Tell the judge now.
We don't tell him anything. As far as I'm concerned, Houston just bought himself a temporary state of execution, a very temporary one.
Here you go, Lieutenant. Thought this Marcia Hall murder was another file and forget case.
No, what gave you that idea?
Watch Commander told me to bury all throwaway cases to make room for more important ones.
Terrific.
Thanks, Swifty. All right. All right. Let's see what we got on those two bus riders you picked out of the mug book. Janos Dimitriar, 5 years hard time for armed robbery and attempted murder. Added 2 years for ADW. Currently on parole, and the rest of it is penny ante stuff. Let's see, how. Raleigh, Hadley W. Likewise did time, Burton Q. Burglary, GTA, ADW, rape. Likewise on parole. Uh-oh. Both in the same joint at the same time.
A couple of all-American boys.
I'll issue an APB on them.
Thanks. See you in the morning.
If you're talking about Marcia's funeral, no. I'm doing court murder case. Oh! You might want to apologize to that female officer for what you were thinking. You see, she spends her dinner hours around here picking up collection, making sure that throwaways have flowers at their funerals.
Let death come when it will. It can do no person harm, for it will be but a passage out of a prison into a palace. And it is with these pleasant thoughts that we now say our temporary goodbyes to Marcia May Hall. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
I didn't really expect to see you here.
You didn't tell me Marcia was dead.
You didn't seem like you cared.
A lot of us cared. Marcia wanted out. We were pulling for her. Now she is out.
How about you, Scotty? You want out, too?
I'm scared.
I know you're scared, Scotty. I can help you. Now, I'm not going to let anybody hurt you.
Maybe later. Why I came. I think I know where they're hiding Butterfly.
You know, Butterfly, You're going to have a very happy life. You're very lucky that St. Nick took a liking to you. He'll be good to you. You wait here, Annie. Yes, what is it?
Hi there. I talked to a lady in the supermarket who said you are a fabulous acting and dancing coach.
I don't teach in my
I
home.
have a darling little 4-year-old daughter. We call her Bunny. She's got big green eyes and red hair and freckles. And everywhere I go, people say to me, Bunny ought to be in movies or TV or commercials or something. So I thought that I should talk to a professional person and get a professional point of view. If you get my drift. Now, personally, I'm not for that sort of thing. But who am I to deny instruction, talent, child fame, and fortune? Now, I would have brought Bunny with me, but she has mumps. You know how that is. I know.
Butterfly. Marcia sent me. Come on.
All right, Hoyt, I've got her. Let's move out.
Another time.
I don't think so. Under arrest. Meet Lieutenant Hoyt.
It's my pleasure.
You're certain that he was talking with Houston?
Positive.
Then Scotty will have to be eliminated. No near misses this time.
What about Melinda being in jail?
I can easily take care of that.
Well, good. Well, then it's business as usual, right?
Wrong. I want you and Melinda out of town for a while. I'm mothballing this lucrative little business temporarily.
But, Nick...
Riley, we cannot afford to be greedy. There'll be other cities, other girls. There'll always be other girls.
Seems like such a waste.
What? Oh, waste, yes. As in waste Houston, waste Scotty. And then await my instructions. O'Reilly, use the side door.
Now, I want you to pay very close attention because I do not intend to repeat myself. You work for St. Nick. You procure girls for St. Nick. You groom those girls.
I don't groom anyone.
Oh, of course not. No, you just give them a little image, right? I mean, you teach them the so-called tricks of the trade, like how to cheat their johns out of an extra couple of bucks.
We know this, and we can prove it.
Look, the only St. Nick I know is the one who fills my stocking with goodies every Christmas.
Take this lady back to her cell.
Get a good night's sleep, little one. No more worries.
CJ, it's my fault Marcia got killed, isn't it?
No, Butterfly, it's not your fault. And you can't take the blame for what St. Nick did.
But he did it because Marcia tried to stop him from turning me into a hooker, like he did her.
Sweetheart, listen to me for a moment. What Marcia did, she did out of love for you. And that's the best kind of love. It's unselfish love.
I loved her too. CJ, can hookers go to heaven?
It's a pretty heavy question, Butterfly. Maybe I can answer your question with a question. Can a 16-year-old girl who lays down her life to save her 14-year-old sister go to heaven? She finally fell asleep. Poor little girl.
Her only crime in life was not being able to pick her own parents.
I want St. Nick's, CJ.
So do I.
Listen, how are we doing on that list of scrambled names and numbers that we found in Marcia's purse?
Baby is suffering from terminal condenser, trying to break that code.
Houston.
This is Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty.
You gotta help me, man. I'm scared.
Well, scared of what?
Someone's following me. I don't know who.
So where are you?
Same corner.
You stay put. I'm on my way. Scotty? Scotty!
Medical examiner's preliminary report says that Scotty died the same way as Marcia, apparent overdose.
Any word on Janos's condition?
Oh, yeah, your bullet did its job. He's in a coma. There's an APB update on his partner, Riley, but he just seemed like he's dropped off the face of the earth.
And since St. Nick's acting coach is not talking to us, it kind of puts us back to square one, doesn't it? Or does it?
What are you thinking, Houston?
Riley and Janos were waiting for me. It was a setup.
Meaning?
Meaning that I'm probably making St. Nick sweat. I'm getting to him.
That's terrific. When he finally kills you, we'll know you were breathing down his neck. Lieutenant Hoyt. I'll tell him. That was CJ. She says to tell you she cracked St. Nick's code. Credit cards? I don't get it.
Credit card numbers, to be precise. St. Nick's hookers have been accepting credit card numbers in lieu of cash.
See, I found a piece of paper in Marcia's wallet. It had a list of Oliver John's names, their credit card numbers, and their fee.
Computerized sex?
That's right. And what you're looking at is 1 month's worth of receipts.
I don't suppose you were sneaky enough to get the billing company's name.
Well, as a matter of fact, Houston, I did tap into some computers that are owned by credit card companies, and...
Hold it! That's illegal.
Yes, but it works very well, Hoyt. Go on, CJ.
And the name I came up with is Vesuvius Industries.
Meaning that all we have to do is find out who owns Vesuvius, and then we'll know who St. Nick is.
Well, I also tapped into some computers in Sacramento.
I am not here. I am not hearing one word of this.
And I came up with this identification.
Judge Nicholas Whitewood?
Nicholas, as in St. Nick, alias Mr. Law and Order, alias King of the Pimps.
CJ, are you sure? I mean, Whitewood is a biggie.
Oh, he's something else. Listen to this. Judge Nicholas Whitewood is the judge that our acting coach, Melinda Thatcher, is to be arraigned in front of tomorrow.
And I'll just bet you that Judge Nicholas Whitewood is going to get his acting coach off on some kind of a technicality.
Unless you can arrange a warrant for his arrest, Hoyt.
A warrant? With what? CJ, you're a lawyer. You know this evidence was gained illegally. It's inadmissible.
Inadmissible in court. But we might be able to find some place we can use it where it will carry a little more weight.
I don't know what you're thinking, but I do know I don't like it.
Yeah, I know. It's all there, Melinda. Names, credit card numbers, price of every trick, turn, the works.
Care to talk about it?
Not really. I'm due in court shortly.
Right. You're being arraigned in front of Judge Toller.
Judge Whitewood.
Oh, I guess you didn't hear the news. Oh, Judge Whitewood's going to be in court, all right. He's just going to be sitting on the wrong side of the bench.
It all has to do with Vesuvius Industries, a guy named St. Nick. Ring a bell?
See, it turns out that Judge Whitewood and St. Nick are one and the same. They both decided to do some talking, mostly about you.
Melinda and I are booked on a plane in 2 hours.
Good. I'll call Melinda's case first, dismiss the charges, and you two can head for the airport. Then, in a month or so, the dust settles, you'll come back, and St. Nick will be back in business.
This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Nicholas C. Whitewood presiding.
With the court's permission, we'd like to approach the bench.
Denied. Bailiff, clear this court.
Sorry, Your Honor, I can't do that. You see, this is police business. I have a warrant for your arrest, St. Nick.
See, Melinda talked. She told us everything.
Well, then I'll have to call a permanent recess.
Don't worry about me. Get him. What's going on?
It's Houston. Now stop him.
You just give me an excuse, all right?
We're gonna miss you a lot.
I'm gonna miss you too.
Well, whenever you get the urge, you pick up the phone and you call. Collect.
Thanks. I don't know how to thank you.
I'll tell you what, you can thank me by growing up strong and happy, okay?
Okay.
You keep in touch, right?
All right.
You know, I met her new foster parents. They seem like real nice folks.
The absolute best. And you did say to pick up all your favors in order to guarantee Butterfly's future, so I did. Which means that you owe a thank you lunch to 4 highly placed social workers and a red tape cutter.
We have tomorrow. Today I'm having lunch with Lieutenant Michael Hoyt.
But Lieutenant Hoyt is in the hospital with a bullet in his shoulder.
So?
Well, you know how awful hospital food is, Houston.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm having our lunch catered by Maxime's.
The Maxime's in Paris?
Paris.
Paris, France.
France. Yeah, it's being flown in fresh on the Concorde.
Houston, I have a flash. The Concorde doesn't fly to the West Coast.
We will today.
Where's the clown, clown?
Hey, look now. Look, your boss knows how it's supposed to come down. He'll get the painting tomorrow when you guys bring the money, like we agreed.
How attached are you to your face? Huh?
How's he doing?
Well, see for yourself. He's having a real ball.
I suppose he wouldn't be interested in talking to a Thomas Dexter on the phone?
I'd be interested in talking to Lieutenant Hoyt right now. Yeah, Dexter.
I'm sorry to bother you, Houston, but it seems I've painted myself into a corner, and I need your help.
So you're not still betting the ponies, are you?
I don't have time to talk to you about it right now. I'm kind of desperate.
Well, look, you still got the art display on the water near my beach house?
You gotta come right now, Houston. Please.
Tom, what's going on out there?
Houston, where are you going? And who is Thomas Dexter?
He's an artist, sells paintings on the boardwalk by my beach house. Met him a couple of years ago in Waikiki. He was stuck in the middle of a counterfeiting ring, but he helped me bust him.
Doesn't sound like much of an artist.
Good artist, CJ. He's just a better forger.
That still doesn't tell me where you're going.
I'm going to talk to the man, CJ. Why don't you finish my workout for me? Excuse me.
Oh, you're not,
Tom Dexter? Actually, I'm looking for him. I'm a friend of his. You didn't happen to see him come by here.
No, I only just got here myself. I suppose this was his display.
I think he was a better con artist than artist.
Sounds like you know him.
Only in passing.
You see, I have this painting of a crying clown, and Mr. Dexter was going to frame it for me. I was supposed to pick it up today, but, well, I think his running away speaks for itself.
Well, I wouldn't jump to conclusions so quick, Miss,
Oh, Daphne DeLauder.
Houston, Matt Houston. Yeah, Tom gave me a call, sounded upset, came down here, there was another man chasing him.
Well, tell me, why would Dexter call you?
Well, besides being a friend, I'm a private investigator.
Oh, how convenient. It looks like I'll be needing one.
Must be a very valuable painting.
No, not really. Except, of course, to me. Mr. Houston, It really is very important that I get it back as soon as I can.
See, I'll tell you what. Now, I have to get out of these clothes. Why don't we talk about it? Now, my beach house is not very far from here.
I suppose you have etchings there.
No, I have coffee there. Maybe we could talk this out over a cup, huh?
I've never met a private detective before. I suppose you'll want to be paid some kind of retainer.
Well, I don't think you understand. Yeah, see, I mean, the painting's not worth $500 a day plus expenses it would take for you to hire me. I mean, you said that yourself.
I insist upon paying your going rate. I wouldn't want to rob a man of his livelihood.
Daphne, you don't really understand here.
Here's my card.
Card.
I don't have my checkbook with me right now, so I can't pay a retainer.
I don't want a retainer, see? I'm trying to tell you that
Good,
you can...
then it's all settled. I'll expect you to call as soon as you locate my painting. Oh, just treat me like any of your other clients, Mr. Houston. Although, I imagine my being a woman and your being an attractive man raises the potential for complications. But I think we can handle them, don't you? Thank you, Mr. Houston.
Houston, there is nothing on Tom's Dexter, not even a social security number.
Now, Dexter's got more names than a phone book.
I'm confused, Houston. Is he a terrific guy or is he a hustler?
A little both, CJ. He's like anybody with a lot of talent, but I don't understand why he would swindle a pretty girl out of her keepsakes. I don't understand why he would try and run away from me.
Well, I don't think you're going to get the chance to find out. We have definitely come to a dead end, and we do have other cases.
Yeah, well, Daphne did hire me to find her painting.
Why do I get the feeling there's a lot more of Daphne in this than business?
Well, it's because you have a very active imagination, CJ. I'm going to burn up a little shoe leather and see if I can find Dexter. I'm going to start with some art galleries. Well, I mean, a little culture never hurt anybody, huh?
Hello?
Yeah, CJ, it's me again. Listen, have you heard anything from Dexter?
No, not a word, Houston. Have you found anything on your end?
Yeah, a big mess. Yeah, I've been to 17 art galleries, and not a one of them have ever heard of Dexter before. Besides that, somebody's been through my beach house, and it looks like they were trying to find something I can't Hang on a second.
answering service. Miss Delauder's not available right now, but can we take your message and have her get back to you?
Yeah, listen, my name's Matt Houston. I'm working for Daphne. Could you please tell... why don't you just tell her that I'll call her back, all right? Daphne.
We heard you drive up. Please, come in. However, did you find me?
I called your answering service.
But they told you I was here at Mr. Van Poolen's? They never should have. Well, it doesn't matter. If you've come about the crying clown, I already know everything.
You do?
Mm-hmm. You're here to say I told you so. Because when I got home today, I found Thomas Dexter waiting for me, and just like you said, he returned my painting.
You talked to Thomas Dexter this afternoon.
Not more than an hour ago. Matt, look, I really do appreciate all the trouble you've gone to on my behalf in looking for my painting, and, well, I hope that this doesn't mean I won't be seeing you again.
Miss Delauder, sorry to keep you waiting. I trust that this is the amount we agreed upon.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Van Poolen, I'd like you to meet my
Matt
friend.
Houston.
Yeah, I've read quite a bit about you, sir. I mean, Cold, Steel, big game safaris.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you'll both excuse me for just a moment, please.
Listen, how do you two know each other?
Don't.
Actually, I'm here on business. That's why it's so lucky that Mr. Dexter returned the painting. Because, as you can see, Mr. Van Poolen has just purchased it.
CJ, this is the clown that Dexter hid at the bus station. Van Poolen bought a copy.
I don't pretend to know about art, but I have a 12-year-old nephew who could do this stuff.
That's the point, CJ. Why would Tom Dexter want to hide it? Hey, why would somebody want it bad enough to kill for it?
Maybe it's someone with good taste.
And why would Daphne tell me that it was a sentimental keepsake and then turn around and sell it to Arthur Van Poolen?
Houston, this is getting very confusing.
Yes, it is, CJ. Maybe there's something underneath the painting. Just send it over to the police radiology lab, have them x-ray it, tell them to get back to us as soon as they can when they find something.
Houston, if we take this down to the police lab, we will really have Hoyt breathing down our necks. He's still annoyed with you for doing your vanishing act at the beach house.
Yeah, no, well, you've got to stall him as long as you can. I need some answers before we get back to our favorite lieutenant. Why don't we try some of Dexter's aliases? I found these phony business cards in his wallet.
It's worth a shot.
Try Pierre Bordeaux. Arturo Bandini.
Touchdown. Bandini, Arturo, a one-man show who was reviewed by the newspaper last month. This fellow's alter ego is a pop art imitator who thinks of himself as a genius.
Where was the show?
Little place on La Cienega Boulevard called Art Nouveau, owned by a man named Horatio Bruno.
Bandini. Arturo Bandini, the noted conceptual fraudist. I'm familiar with his work, yes. He was a fifth-rate painter of third-rate paintings.
Was?
Dead.
Bandini?
Dexter. Arturo Bandini was but one alias of a charlatan named Thomas C. Dexter. Minor talent with a major ego. He died last night under apparent unfortunate circumstances, if we can believe the news reports. And truthfully, nobody in the art world is going to miss either of them.
I happen to have one of T.C. Dexter's paintings.
Clown?
Well, yeah, a crying clown. Now, how'd you know that?
Self-portraits were Dexter's specialty. No doubt you're wondering if, in light of Thomas Dexter's death, this trivial work you possess might perhaps have gained sudden value.
Well, actually, I was...
No, it's probably not even worth what it cost to frame it. Still, if you'd care to bring it by, I would be happy to take a closer look at it.
Well, I wouldn't want to waste your time.
Oh, no, it's no trouble at all. Perhaps this afternoon.
Well, I'll give it some thought. Thank you.
He has the painting.
Matt Houston.
Yeah, just checking in. CJ, listen, did you take the crying clown down to the police lab?
I said it this morning, Houston. They said it's going to take a while.
Yeah. Well, I guess in the meantime, I should try and track down Mr. Lauder.
Houston, I have a bad feeling about this painting. Have you spoken to the art dealer yet?
Yeah, Horatio Bruno himself. Listen, have baby start working on him. Also, keep digging on Dexter's alias, Arturo Bandini.
Okay, but be careful.
Listen, CJ.
Houston? Hello?
Something wrong?
No, we just got cut off.
I'll make you a deal. I'm gonna give you a little fresh air to breathe, and you're gonna tell me where you got the painting, okay?
Go, baby, go!
I'm sorry I can't be of more assistance, but Daphne DeLauder is not really what you would call a good friend. She's just someone with whom I've done a bit of business.
Art business?
Well, I dabble in collecting. I like to hunt things down, so to speak, for the sport. That's why I use bow and arrow. Gives the prey a sporting chance. I generally get them, though. I get whatever I want.
And you wanted Daphne's crying clown, right?
Well, it's really Dexter's clown, isn't it? I fell in love with it the moment I saw it at an art show. Tried to buy it right then, but Dexter suggested I speak with his rep, Daphne. Dexter is a really fine artist, isn't he?
He's dead.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Somebody killed him yesterday afternoon.
And you think that Miss Daphne had something to do with that?
Do you?
Just what is it you're hunting, Mr. Houston?
Well, nothing really exotic. You don't mind.
Oh, sorry. Be my guest.
Well, actually, I'm just hunting your average, everyday murderer. You know, and I tell you something. When I find him, you'll probably be the first to know. Have a nice day, huh?
Matt Houston.
Yeah, CJ, listen, it's me again. Tell me, did you find...
An address for Thomas Dexter, a.k.a. Arturo Bandini? I sure did, but Hoyt is ready to haul you in for withholding evidence.
Well, he'll just have to wait his turn, CJ. Where am I going now?
Dexter's address is a loft in a factory downtown. Second floor rear. And Houston, be careful.
Houston? Mr. Houston. Oh, thank God you're all right. I'm so sorry I hit you.
Yeah, so am I. Daphne, what are you doing here?
I was Dexter's rep, and I didn't know where else to hide. You see, I thought you were Arthur Van Poolen or someone sent by him. I think he's trying to kill me. You will help me, won't you, Mr. Houston?
First things first, Daphne, you lied to me.
You're right. I lied. I didn't really want to, but I was afraid if you knew the truth, you wouldn't want to help me. You see, it's just the littlest bit illegal.
You and Dexter were selling bogus art, weren't you?
They're under the clowns. The forgeries, I mean. Bring one down with you and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's really very simple. I'd go to Europe and pretend to hunt down masterpieces for private collectors.
While Dexter stays here and paints counterfeits.
Well, putting a painting over a painting is a very common way of smuggling rare art into this country. So, none of our buyers ever thought twice about it.
I can imagine putting a cover over a counterfeit and then one of his clowns over that would give you lots of time to get away with your money before the clients had a good opportunity to look at their merchandise.
You must think I am terrible. Arthur Van Poolen does. That's why I know he wants to kill me. You see, he thought he was getting a Gauguin. And then when Thomas vanished, I had to sell him a clown with nothing underneath it. So he killed Dexter, and now
Daphne, just wait a minute, all right? Now, Dexter was dead before you sold the painting to Van Poolen. He couldn't have known it was a fake.
Well, then why?
Is it possible that it's a real Gauguin?
Well, it's possible, yes.
I mean, that would explain why Dexter tried so hard to hide it and why someone wants it bad enough to kill for it.
What have I gotten myself into? I didn't have any idea, Houston. You've got to believe me. I don't have anyone else I can turn to.
Why, you just relax. I'm not going to let anybody hurt you.
Oh, Houston, what are we going to do?
Well, first I'm going to get you out of here someplace where I can keep an eye on you.
You don't have to do this, you know.
Well, you're my client, remember?
Oh.
And what was that for?
That is your retainer. So, where to?
Well, I should probably take you to the office so you'll be safe there.
And what about you?
Well, I'm going to try and get Van Poolen off your back, if in fact he's the one that's on your back. Then I'm going to find out who killed Dexter and why. Come on. Now I know who's doing all my interior decorating, and I must say I don't care much for the style.
Imagine my surprise to find your office in such disarray.
Where's Chris?
I believe there was a prank call concerning you, something about a hospital and an accident.
Daphne Dilatta, this is Horatio Bruno.
How do you do, Mr. Bruno?
I'm here to see the Dexter clown.
You have it?
I thought you told me it was worthless.
I said I suspected as much. However, if I could see it.
Well, obviously it's not here, but that's kind of dumb. You know that,
Then
don't
where
you?
is it?
Mr. Houston, I'm prepared to buy the Dexter clown, if you do indeed have it in your possession. Would $50,000 seem fair? $100,000?
That's an awful lot of money to pay for a third-rate painting by a fifth-rate painter, isn't it?
I find that the memory of Dexter lingers, and I would like to have one of his paintings for posterity. Surely you understand.
No, I don't understand, Bruno. You see, I don't like people coming into my house and trashing it out, trashing out my office. I don't like finding my friends dead in my living room. In other words, the painting's not for sale.
I'm very sorry to hear that, because now I'm forced to take your painting in exchange for your lives. Kenneth? Take Mr. Houston's weapon, please.
Turn around, nice and easy.
try that again, Mr. Houston. Please give your gun to Kenneth. I grow impatient.
Yeah, look, I'll have to take you the painting, all right?
My car and Harold are waiting outside. You remember Harold, don't you? Kenneth, go put some ice on your head and meet us back here in a couple of hours, all right?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you, it's one of these.
A pointless stall, sir, because I promise you we will strip these one by one until we find it.
This is gonna take all day.
Not quite. But I think we should take these pictures a few at a time down to where we have more room. Persuade our friends to help us with these clowns, Harold.
Where did you hide the...
Go on, I'll meet you back at the office.
I can tell by all the cuts and bruises you're collecting. Houston, why don't we just strip the painting ourselves and see what all the fuss is about?
It's not time yet. See, first we have to use the painting for bait, set a trap.
Need some help?
I'd kind of like you to stay here, see if Daphne DeLauder calls.
Where are you going to be?
I'm going hunting. I'll start with the king of the jungle.
Never hunt alone. Too many things can happen to you.
Tell me about the Dexter clown.
Do you have it? You don't know what you have. Does the name Georges Molière mean anything to you?
Artist, maybe?
A legend. Murdered by religious lunatics in the 1600s. All his works collected and destroyed, but one remained. A small pastoral called A Study in Sunlight, and it was lost around the turn of the century.
And Dexter and Daphne got their hands on this Study in Sunlight, and you were going to buy it from them.
Oh, you're quick. I like that. But it was always Dexter, never Daphne, so far as I know. You see, Dexter found the painting. He called me. I agreed to buy it, and he said that he would get it into the country.
So Dexter painted a Gauguin over a masterpiece, and then one of his clowns over the phony Gauguin.
A painting on a painting on a treasure. If I told you the painting was worth $1 million, would you think I was crazy? 10 million? 20 million? You get me that Dexter clown, and I'll give you $500,000.
You just told me it was worth 10 times that. You killed Dexter, didn't you?
The painting killed Dexter. You think about it. Get me the Dexter clown, and the money is yours.
We'll keep in touch.
Houston. I'd better be able to trust you on this.
You really don't have any choice, do you?
CJ!
Houston. Oh, I thought something terrible happened to you back in that studio. Are you okay? Where's the painting?
Where's CJ?
I don't know. I haven't been here long, and nobody's been here.
In exchange for the Dexter clown, I offer you the life of Miss Parsons. H. Bruno.
Bring it?
Where is she?
In the car. Quite well. Now then, where's the Dexter clown?
I don't have it.
Wait just 1 minute. Do you place so little value on the life of your assistant, Harold?
Now, hold on, fellas. Just slow down. I don't trust you or your assistant. I had Daphne go pick up the painting where I left it for safekeeping. She should be here any minute.
Tell you she's not coming. She's tricked you, Mr. Houston. You should never trust a woman like that.
I thought you told me you didn't know her.
I lied. She once tried to sell me a blue period Picasso, only it was a little too pink. Pre-Dexter forger was colorblind. She's not coming.
There's a car coming.
There she is now.
Well, it's about time.
Let's go.
Sir, there's another car coming up the road.
Let's go.
Hey, what about CJ?
Patience, Mr. Houston. You waited this long. What's a few minutes more?
Oh, please wait!
I thought I told you to keep your distance.
Oh, wait, I just want to be in on the kill.
Yes. Yes, this must be it. Get rid of him.
Are you crazy? Get back there! What?
Just a little shaken up.
Hey, your timing's impeccable, Hoy. Glad you could make it.
Yes. It's not a Gauguin. What does it matter? Dexter could have painted anything on it. No!
You're all nuts. Come on.
Dexter lied. He never had it. He never had it. It's still out there.
Houston.
You know, there was a real nice switch you pulled out there today. You know, Van Poolen still believes that the mole you're studying sunlight somewhere in Europe.
Oh, he told you that story. It's fiction. There's no such thing as a mole studying sunlight. I made up the story for that greedy Van Poolen.
Daphne, I had that painting x-rayed. You want to know what I found?
I can't imagine.
That's why I knew that you would come back here tonight.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you knew I had the masterpiece. So, you came here. And then you hid it. And you brought a phony out to Bruno and me.
You don't really think
Yeah,
that...
I know it for a fact, Daphne. See, I had Hoyt's men follow you all the way from the bus station back here. You know when Dexter called me? That was you he was afraid of, wasn't it?
All right, Dexter was scared. He wanted to just give the Moliere to a museum after we found it. Can you imagine? And with Van Poolen ready to pay full price, I knew he was going to do something terribly stupid.
So you killed him.
It could be our secret.
Could you trust me? I mean, you couldn't trust Dexter.
You're different. Don't you see? This has just brought us together. That's all that really matters, isn't it? Just you and me.
And the painting.
Do you realize what it's worth?
I'm a rich man, Daphne.
It's not just the money. It's something rare and something beautiful. We could run away together.
That's the thought.
And fall in love.
Well, you do that.
You do care for me, don't you?
Yes, I do. But you're still going to jail for killing Thomas Dexter.
My time is getting better, huh?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
She's in the office.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
There's your Gauguin. And a study in sunlight.
Oh, Houston, it's beautiful.
Yes, it is, CJ. But is it worth killing for?
Why? Why us? I mean, we're not rich. We're a middle-class family.
No police. $10,000 for my Gina and no police.
No, of course, the kidnapper doesn't want the police involved.
That's why we called you. I read in the papers about you. You've handled other kidnapping cases.
Yes, I have.
That's exactly my point. Now, the best way we have to catch the kid...
I don't want to catch the kidnapper. All I want is my daughter back. Why can't we just pay him?
Don't you understand that if you pay the kidnapper, you are at his mercy? He has no reason, then, to get your daughter back to you. Now, if we call the police, they can help. They've got the manpower, they've got the know-how. Yeah, he's right on time.
Hello.
Here are your instructions.
Listen, whoever you are, just don't hurt her, okay? I mean, you can have anything you want.
Don't try and keep me on the phone, and don't try and trace this.
All right, whatever you say.
Listen, my name is Matt Houston. I'm a private detective. Now, Moranos have hired me to...
I said no police.
I am not the police. I'm a private detective.
All right. Just so you'll know, where the girl is, she'll be dead in 24 hours. Give me a hard time. Try and cross me, and I'll just leave her there. And you won't find a bone to bury.
No.
Listen, I have already arranged for the money. You just tell me where and when.
No.
It's all right. He's going to help her.
No. I didn't kill her. I know.
Oh, she's going to be okay. He just wants the money.
The old drawbridge, San Pedro Harbor. There's a phone booth there. Bring the money. I'll call you and tell you what to do next. 12 noon. And remember, that girl's got 24 hours. Till tomorrow morning. After that, she's dead.
Get my daughter back, Mr. Houston. Do it. The way you think it's right, even if it means the police.
We'll get her back. Lieutenant Hoyt, please.
That phone is still not ringing yet, Hoyt. Why do I get the impression that something is very wrong here?
It's not that late, Houston. Kid never said wait there for his call. Now you do that little thing.
I want some money.
Yeah, later, all right?
Oh, no. It's all we need.
You got $2? I need $2.
Some other time, all right?
I want money.
Houston, what's wrong? What's going on out there? Houston, what's wrong?
Lieutenant, couldn't we go in?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That could be our kidnapper. Get that blue car! Hit it!
think the eyes are a little closer together.
How's that?
That's him. At least it's very close.
All right, that blue car cruising the area turned out to be a guy that took a wrong turn looking for an address. And I have a hunch your wino is going to turn out to be just another wino.
Well, we can at least check him out. We can do that, right?
Do it. Okay, look. Stop kicking yourself, Houston. Murphy's Law. Everything that could go wrong, did.
So what now, huh? Wait for the kidnapper to call again, Hoyt? What if we scared him off? What if he decides to leave that little girl right where she is? You do remember what he said. We won't find a bone to bury.
Lieutenant Hoyt, there's a phone call I think you should know about. It's the damnedest thing I've ever heard. I think it's about the kidnapping.
Central Division, Officer Owen speaking. Can I help you? Hello? Who's calling, please?
Sometimes I see pictures in my mind.
Will you state your name and number, please, sir?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't make this call.
If you'll just give me your name and number, sir. Sir?
Adrian Harcombe. The Caravelle Club is good enough for an address. That's where I work. Incidentally, about your back, you should listen to your doctor.
What?
Sometimes I see pictures in my mind. I had to call you. I know when I'm needed. A girl has been taken. Yes, I'm sure it's a girl. Clean about herself. Pretty. Makeup. A lot of makeup. Too much.
Gina Morano wore a lot of makeup. Now, she had a mole she was self-conscious.
Oh, God, who's in my room? Please. Please don't hurt me. I can't breathe. Can't breathe. Man. Drowning. Oh. I'm dying. Drowning. A bridge. Drowning. Can't breathe. Dear God.
Sir?
Owen, let me tell you what you just bumped into. A nut.
I thought of that, sir, but he knows.
Half the reporters in this town are wearing out the benches in the police lobby. It's already out on TV and the radio. You see, what we got here is a girl that's been kidnapped, a hot-shot PI that almost went down for the third time. Now, that's sensational stuff. And if you don't think this stirs the wrong imagination, add this to it.
I do have a back problem. And that call came in before you were knocked in the water. I checked the log sheets.
The fellow who made the phone call, what was his name?
Adrian Harcombe at the Caravelle Club.
Thank you.
You work too hard. The opportunity for a rest will come sooner than expected for you. I can see a brief trip with a lover.
Oh?
Wait! It's with your wife. Thankfully, they're one and the same person.
They better be.
Is he really blind?
Mm-hmm, Azabeth. He took a fall down the back stairs the other night. You'd think a clairvoyant would know where they were.
Yeah. Well, listen, I would really like to talk to him if I could. I mean, after the show. It's really important.
Thank you.
You're in a hurry. But don't try to rush the future. The stock market is not the answer for you.
I told you to sell that airline.
Next year will be brighter for you.
See?
And for all of us, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure being with you this evening. Oh, you're too kind. Until next time, may all the good things you can imagine come true. Good night.
Guy wants to talk to you.
No! I'm drowning!
Hey, this is for real!
No one backstage, sir. Listen, it's important that I see Mr. Harcum.
All right? You don't hear so good, do you?
It's all right, let him through. I know him.
You know me?
I know why you're here.
Well, you called the police.
Did I? Oh, I suppose I did. It would be like me.
You don't remember it.
It's not important.
Well, you called about the girl.
Is there a girl? I mean, now? I never know whether I'm seeing ahead or behind. It's so strong.
Tell me about the girl.
Sometimes I see pictures in my mind. I can see the girl now, clearly. She's in a car. You don't believe me?
Well, it's a big city, and there's millions of cars.
Maybe if I had an article of clothing and a map, I could show you where. No. Where?
Take me to the booby house, Houston. Standing here, watching this all night.
Just stay with me on this, all right? I got a feeling.
Yes. Yes, I know. It's all right. The car is... here. A big man. He carries her. This way. No! This way.
Kidnapper said 24 hours. By my watch, we've run out of time.
I know. It's over now. You can go home. We're coming to get you. Gina? Gina, we're coming. Where are you, Gina? Gina! Gina! Where are you, Gina? Where are you, Gina? Gina! There!
You gotta stop that machine.
Hey! Stop it!
all right. You get her to a hospital and let her folks know she's gonna be fine, all right? All right.
What can I say, Harcum? It was a miracle. Take Mr. Harcum back to the car.
Now, wait a minute. We gotta talk.
About what?
About him.
What?
Because I don't believe him. I don't believe any part of it.
Houston, you are nuts.
I am telling you, Harcum is plugged into this
The
kidnapping.
man is taking a lie detector test right now. Now, what more do you want? Officially, we are satisfied. Coffee?
Yes, please.
We don't shout it around, but I mean, clairvoyants have had police solve cases more than once.
Come on. Harcum felt drowning? The guy who made me feel drowning did it on purpose.
We have been through all of this.
Thanks. I'm telling you, the guy on the pier, now, he heard those sirens. I should have been long gone, but he stayed around, made sure I went in the water.
You know what? You sound just as if you're taking this thing personally, just like our psychic friends made a fool out of you, you know? How come a kidnapper? The man is blind.
Well, he's working with an accomplice then. I don't know, maybe the guy on the pier.
All right. While he was playing around with those maps, I had R&I run a check. No previous criminal record could be found. Since he's hit this town, his activities have been exceptionally ordinary. He goes to work at that club, he goes home to his room at a motel where he lives by himself, and he stays to himself. Houston, I'll take the miracle.
Excuse me. Mr. Houston, I think we have some identification on that man who attacked you at the pier.
Good. You see what she's got, and I'll go and make you happy and see how Harcum's doing.
Thanks. Yeah, well, how's your back?
Well, it's holding me up.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, all right. Name is Sherman Perzak. Assault, extortion, a lot of physical stuff. Our information says there aren't the brains here to do this kind of kidnapping.
You know, I have my own ideas on that.
And what would they be? Just why am I here, Mr. Houston? Because you don't believe?
Well, let's just say I had a hard time swallowing what happened today. Now, if I am wrong, I'll apologize for the inconvenience.
Let's just call it a misunderstanding. But from now on, stay away from me, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I kind of hate to ask this, but tell me, how'd our friend do on the lie detector test?
Hey, he passed with flying colors. They asked him if you knew anything about the kidnapping. He said, of course. I know everything about it. I'm clairvoyant.
Sherman Perzak, your basic all-around naughty boy.
Why'd the man attack me and throw me off the bridge?
Well, Houston, I think you were attacked by a transient who'd had too much wine to drink. From what I could tell, it has nothing to do with Adrian Harcum.
Punch him up for me, would you? Listen, there has got to be a connection, CJ. What's he been up to?
Well, he's had several articles written about him in journals dealing with psychic phenomena, based on an incident that happened about 3 years ago in the East, in New Jersey. It was a similar situation. A child was lost, and Harcum found the child in an abandoned refrigerator. Unfortunately, he was a little too late. The child was dead.
I want to know what he's been up to and what he's doing now.
Where are you going?
I'm going to get some answers.
How did I get this way? Well, I'm often asked that question now. When I was younger, I'd wanted to play pro ball, baseball. One day, I caught a line drive in my temple instead of with my glove. When I woke up, I was blind. Blind in the way you know it. In fact, what happened was that I gained a different kind of sight. Other questions?
Yeah, I've got one for you. Tell me, what am I holding in my hand?
What's that?
I mean, you tuned in to a girl that was hidden miles away. Well, I'm not more than 10 feet from you.
Oh, Mr. Houston, how theatrical of you to arrive at this press conference. Are you interested in show business?
Was that the business you're in? Yeah, I'm fascinated.
Oh, come on up. People, ladies and gentlemen of the press, this is the famous private detective, Matt Houston. Most of you have heard of him, I'm sure. You have an interesting family history, Mr. Houston. Later, make sure you call home.
Hey, you still haven't told me what I want to know. Can you tell me what I'm holding in my hand?
Parlor tricks.
Well, can you tell me what I'm doing now?
It's all right. What you're doing now, Mr. Houston, does this answer? Now get him out of here.
I can make it out under my own steam, all right?
It's the boy. He wants the boy.
You're on your way out of here.
I have to talk to Harkham now. Why don't you just take care of your friend, huh?
Keep the chain.
I phoned the parents. We're rolling.
You've got a problem. By the name of Matt Houston.
What about it?
Well, the police are satisfied. They have enough on their minds. But Houston won't let go.
And he's got you ID'd.
What do I care? In a couple of days, I'll be in Mexico with $1 million.
I'm saying we're not going to get the days unless you do something about Houston. Like kill him. Soon.
Take it easy.
I thought it would stop bleeding, but I can't get it to stop. I can't go to a hospital.
No, of course not.
I don't know what to do. You gotta help me, Mr. Harcum. You can think of something. I know you can.
Go to the ravine.
Where we hid the boy.
I'll meet you there.
I thought you'd never get here.
Don't move, huh? I'll take care of you.
Why?
Things didn't work out for you, Sherm. But they still will for me.
I did everything you said. I'm sorry I didn't kill Houston.
It's all right, Sherm. Just as long as the trail ends here.
No!
I put both Perzak's parole records and Adrian Harcum's club dates together in Baby, and I came up with this. A bit of overlapping. Kansas, Philly, Trenton, New Jersey.
New Jersey, now that's where Harcum got the first vibrations of a missing child, right?
That's true, but don't jump to any conclusions. All it means is that they were in the same city at the same time. There are no matching clubs, and Perzak was a bouncer, which meant they could have met.
CJ, they are in this together. I know they are. I just wish the hell I knew what they were in it for. I mean, Harcum doesn't want the money, doesn't want the recognition. What does he want?
It's a little late for a visit, isn't it?
Just got a call from the station. Headed there now. Thought you might want to be in on this.
What happened, Hoyt?
Well, it seems like all that psychic mumbo-jumbo Harcum was expounding at the club today wasn't mumbo-jumbo.
There's been another kidnapping.
The son of Mr. and Mrs. Harold Vanadam.
Wait a minute. The Vanadams? I mean, the money Vanadams? The big payoff Vanadams. Harcum's going for the big marbles.
This way? Yes, it's this way.
Let me help you.
No.
It's cold here. No pain. Sleeping.
Mr. Vanadam, this is all miserable country. Why don't you two go back to the vehicle? We can be more comfortable.
No, absolutely not, please.
We've got to be here. All right, come on.
Here! Over here!
It's cold. Water. Water going by. Water. Oh. Mom? Mom? There!
He's here!
Yes, ma'am.
He's alive!
Oh. It's all right. You're all right, son. We're going home.
Mr. Harpen, there's no way that I can ever repay you.
Dad.
Thank you, Charles. And thank the Van Dams again for me, will you?
Yes, sir.
Now the local weather. Sunny and hot today and tomorrow.
Saw your car. Looks like you're traveling in real style these days, Harcum.
What are you doing here?
I just thought I'd stop by and congratulate the winner.
Is that alcohol I smell in your breath, Mr. Houston?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's your scotch. I hope you don't mind. Thought I'd make myself at home. Been watching your press coverage on television. You really put it all together, didn't you? Tell me something. How much did you get from the Van Dams?
Oh, that's insulting. In fact, the Van Dams have been very generous. It's long been a dream of mine to create an institute for the study of psychic phenomena.
How much did you get?
Well, it will be in the papers tomorrow. The Van Dams have begun a fund of some $3 million. In fact, I'm headed east tomorrow with Mr. Van Dam to select a site for the building.
That's good. Yeah, it's nice. I'll tell you something. Why don't you pick New Jersey? That's where the first child you kidnapped died.
I was thinking of Connecticut.
Good night. I'm tired, and you are a charlatan. You're a fraud, and you're a killer. I didn't catch you this time, but I will not stop trying.
Sometimes I see pictures. I see pictures of you, Houston, leaving this right here, dropping this matter.
Is that a threat?
I'm not sure. I don't interpret the images.
Why don't you give it your best shot, huh?
If it's any solace to you, Mr. Houston, I don't see this ever happening again. The man who did this, I see he's gone. Well, this isn't my business. I'm away.
Yeah, I know. To establish your new foundation.
Yes. And there's some hope. I almost dare not say it. I might regain my sight. There's a doctor back
I
east.
hope you do regain your sight. I really do. Because when you open your eyes, you're gonna see me. And I'm gonna nail you.
Somehow, Mr. Houston, of all the possibilities, that's the one I just don't see happening.
In a surprising story related to the kidnapping, world-famous psychic Peter Herkos today called his own press conference.
I just finished with the police. This man was identified by the boy as his kidnapper. When I felt his photo, I saw what's happened. I saw it like a television screen in my head. The man is dead. He is murdered.
You say murdered, but the police have not reported finding any body.
They will. There is water there where he is.
Drowned?
No, hit hard. There was a fight. He was killed by a gunshot.
Can you tell us who his killer is?
No comment. But when the police find the body, they will know. That man holds something in his hands like a thread. and something of the killer. I see like a button.
Newscast. Thank you, Mr. Herkos. Well, ladies and gentlemen, only time will tell if that prediction is right. If in fact Kidnapper Persak has been murdered, if in fact he holds the key to his killer's identity.
See, said the blind man.
How did you...
I was just playing a little bluff, with a little help from a friend.
Herkos, huh? The broadcast. It was all a charade. You found the button.
Hold it. I'm seeing pictures. Yeah, pictures. Yeah, I see you, Harko. In jail.
I brought the newspaper, Houston. Nice headlines.
Oh, what's that?
Psychic arraigned for murder. They charged him with kidnapping and the murder of Persak.
This is good news. What's that?
That was for hanging in when anybody else would have given up. Do you have any psychic ability?
Well, I guess everybody's got a little bit, more or less.
Well, then you just guess who's going to treat you to the best steak you've ever had and tell you how terrific you are.
South Dublin. Please welcome Megan Conway.
This is my wife. We were moving out from New Mexico, and that's when I had to set up the apartment. Well, anyway, last night when I arrived, I went to the apartment. She was gone.
Could she be staying with friends?
She doesn't have any friends here.
Well, it could still be a simple case of cross signals, the confusion of moving and all that.
You know better than the cops. They said I had to wait 24 hours before I could fill out all their forms. Well, I don't want to wait 24 hours.
Scott, listen to me. You walking out of here right now is not going to help your wife if she really is missing.
Look, you don't understand. Inez is a Navajo. She's never been in a big city like this before. If something happened, she wouldn't know where to turn. Will you help me, please?
Best we can, Scott. Now, you mentioned that you just got into town last night. Now, did you search the apartment for any indication where she might have gone?
Well, No, I guess not. I was pretty upset and kind of tired. I drove straight through. I haven't slept for a couple of days.
Did you talk to the neighbors?
No. No, like I said, I haven't had much time.
Now, don't worry about it, all right? At least it's a place to start, but you're going to have to show me where your place is. Why don't you wait for me out there? You check the hospitals, and you better check the morgue.
This is our apartment, Mr. Houston. I always forget which key it is. I'm gonna feel pretty foolish having hired you, Mr. Houston, if you find something like a note in Esla.
There's nothing foolish about caring for somebody and getting upset when they're missing.
Well, as you can see, we haven't finished moving in yet.
Listen, could your wife be staying with some relatives that you don't know about?
No. All her people live on the Navajo reservation in Arizona. She doesn't know a single soul in the city. I don't believe it.
What?
This check.
Did you know your wife had a job?
She wasn't supposed to. She had an offer to work in an all-night market, but I was against it.
Well, by the looks of this check, she started working for the Ready-Go Market last week.
Great.
Well, still doesn't explain why she's missing. Come on, let's check it out.
This is Andre. I'm calling a friend.
This is your friend. What's your problem?
The place I've selected to deliver the goods has been compromised. Private detective has stumbled onto it.
Well, then choose another.
Too late. I spent a week finding it. Offers the best access and gives me the best chance to get away. Perhaps we should wait until San Francisco?
No. It has to be now.
Then I'll have to kill the private detective.
Whatever is necessary.
The risk factor has just doubled, along with my fee.
I'll call Switzerland and have the money transferred to your account.
Houston.
Houston, the morgue. They have a Jane Doe that fits the description of Inez Townsend.
Meet us there, all right?
Something wrong?
Let's hope not. Why don't you take him back to the office? Fix him a big drink. He's got to get some sleep.
What about you?
I'm gonna go see Hoyt. Come on.
Following the photo session this afternoon, of course, tonight we'll take a little break. Then tonight we'll have the President's Ball, big event. Tomorrow afternoon, final closing ceremonies.
Thank you very much, man.
Anytime.
I heard. It was your client's wife that died last night, right?
She didn't just die, Hoyt. She was brutally murdered. I'd like to know what the police are gonna do about it.
Right now, to be honest, not much.
Gotta be kidding me. There is a monster loose out there.
Don't you think I know that? There's only so much time and so many cops, and there's always too many monsters. Right now, I have different priorities.
Such as?
Such as every one of those girls by the pool. Let me bring you up to date. This is Sister City Week. These girls come from all over the world representing various sister cities to L.A. Now, we have a very reliable tip that says one or more of these girls is a target of an international assassin named Andre, who's been linked to half a dozen terrorist attacks around the world for the past 2 years.
Why, have you got any idea why?
If I knew that, I'd be halfway there to preventing it. I have been trying to run checks on all these girls' backgrounds, but between our department, the State Department, and the various embassies...
Yeah, okay, listen, Hoyt, I hear you.
Do you know we have been putting in 60-hour weeks, and I don't even have any idea what the assassin Andre looks like?
All right, listen, I tell you what, I'll make you a deal.
What kind of a deal?
You help me, and I'll help you. Now, if you give me access to the Inez Townsend murder file, I'll give you access to Baby.
We've got computers.
Not like Baby.
You got a deal.
There you go. Nice shirt.
Give me your wallet. I'll air condition your body.
Well, at least the day wasn't a total loss.
Just doesn't make any sense, Scott. Hey, your wife was killed in the alley right behind your apartment for no apparent reason, no motive.
This doesn't make any sense, Houston. The witness reports turn up 0. Now, Inez must have called out for help or screamed. Someone would have heard her. Why wouldn't they have told the police?
It's not that they don't care.
Well, then why?
Well, there are mostly Navajos in that building. When a Navajo is murdered so brutally, they usually think it's the work of witches.
Witches?
Yeah, but not the kind that ride broomsticks. They're called chindi, or wolf witches. And they don't need a full moon to go on the prowl. They only a profitable reason to kill. You see, Navajos believe the only reason for magic is greed, accumulating money.
Yeah, my dad was into Indian lore. He told me that these witches, now they can appear as normal human beings, right?
Yeah, but sometimes on the reservation, if they really want to frighten people, they'll wear a wolf skin over their head and shoulders.
Oh, charming.
But the older Navajos, I mean, they're still rooted in the old ways. Out there, mortally afraid of them, aren't they?
Afraid enough not to talk about them?
Among themselves, maybe, but rarely to an outsider.
How about you?
Because I was married to Inez.
It's a shot.
Tonight?
No, make it first thing in the morning. You look like you could use a good night's sleep. You can stay here, all right?
Thanks. I'd really appreciate it if you could tell me what you saw or heard that night. If you're afraid of witches, please talk to me.
No luck, huh?
None.
Listen, why don't you go upstairs and try? I'll finish up down here. I'll be up in a minute. All right.
It's very sad what happened to poor boy's wife. I would not know how
to face him, but I talk to you.
What's your name?
They call me Mary Begay. What do they call you?
Oh, Matt Houston. What happened to the girl, Mary?
They say there is much bad magic around this place.
A wolf witch.
That is why Charlie Juska go away. He lives down the hall. Charlie say he saw a Navajo wolf witch kill that girl.
Well, if Charlie saw the wolf witch, why didn't he tell the police about it?
Tell your law and order men. They laugh and call him a crazy old Indian.
Well, you tell Charlie that I won't laugh at him. Now, you said he went somewhere. Where'd he go?
Back to the reservation. Tuba City. I think you should take that boy and go very far away from here. The magic of the wolf is very powerful. It's no place for white men.
Mary, I've never been very good at running away from things. Thank you.
You be careful, Mr. Matt Houston.
Listen, I was wondering, do you make deliveries?
Do I look like UPS?
I don't suppose that $200 would change your mind?
What's the address? Delivery for Mr. Houston.
I'll take it.
No, my customer insisted that I deliver them to Mr. Houston personally.
Okay, this way.
Thank you.
I am having a hard time believing that there is a wolf witch running around Los Angeles killing people.
Houston, I have checked and maybe he's rechecked. If there's a nut out there clawing people to death for no reason, Inez is its first and only victim.
Houston.
Delivery for Mr. Houston? Flowers from a friend. He said you'd know why. Ooh, you got any more friends?
Aren't you going to open it?
No, go ahead. I'll tell you, it means one of two things. Inez is the first in a string of killings, or she was killed for a reason that we don't know about.
No, I can't believe my wife would have done anything to make someone want to kill her.
What?
All the note says is goodbye.
Down!
All right? Scott?
I can't believe it.
Houston.
What was it?
They hung up. We're going to find out who's responsible for this before they try it again.
How can I help?
Stay here with Chris. CJ and I try and find our flower girl. Come on. You all right?
Yeah.
Yes, I am very glad to be here as representative of Athens. And I hope one year, very soon, all of you come to visit us in Greece.
Hey, after I give her a couple of more English lessons, she'll be speaking the language better than I do. Nice interview. Thank you. Excuse me, Fran.
Hi.
Don't go too far away, okay? I want to go over that speech a couple more times with you before the banquet tonight, all right?
Okay. Good evening. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Are you a reporter?
No. No, I'm just an interested bystander.
Oh. Well, have a good evening.
You too. This is Andre. I'm calling a friend.
This is your friend.
I want to change the point of delivery.
We've been through this before. Are you still having difficulty with that detective?
No, you know my work is better than that. It's just that some of my customers have so many guests. Official guests. San Francisco would be infinitely easier.
I told you before, that's out of the question. No one must know that your customers are targets. This must look like a terrorist attack. The only way that you can do that is to kill as many of the other girls as possible. Understood?
As you wish.
Hi, how are you?
Did you find the flower girl?
Finally, she was so taken with the $200 the guy gave her, she forgot all about his face. Where's Scott?
You just missed him. Someone called from his wife's apartment. They said he came right over. They'd help him find her killer. He rushed out. I couldn't stop him.
You get a hold of Hoyt. I don't care how busy he is at the hotel. You tell him I need some backup at the apartment.
Houston, this is an obvious setup.
I know, that's why I need the backup.
Well, except for the pinstriping, not bad considering. I'd say he's still seaworthy.
Yeah, well, somehow I thought Seaworthy would feel a lot better than this, Doc. How's Scott?
Those claws did quite a job on him, but he'll pull through.
Look at you. What have you done yourself? If you weren't so busy, maybe you'd know.
See you next car wreck, Houston.
I'm not looking forward to it, Doc. Listen, I need a favor.
Such as?
The fellow who came after us tonight wanted to put us away. I'd like him to think that he at least partially succeeded.
I'll take care of it. Officially, you and the Townsend boy are an intensive care unit until you let me know otherwise.
Thank you.
Look, if you just slow down on this until I'm done with the Sister City assignment, I can put in full time with your mad slasher.
Appreciate the thought, Hoyt, but if I wait for you, I could be dead.
Then why don't you lock yourself in your building and hire extra security?
Bye, Hoyt. Say hello to the girls for me, would you? CJ, I need to ask Scott some questions.
Well, Houston, that's going to have to wait. When I last saw him, he was being heavily sedated, and he will be out of it till tomorrow morning.
Great.
Now, I don't know if this means anything to you, but as he was going under, he said, tell Houston that Charlie Chuska went for the enemy way.
Enemy way?
That's what he said. Does it mean anything to you?
No, but I bet it does to Charlie. Come on, let's put baby to work on it.
Okay. Ready for a little Navajo werewolf mythology?
Absolutely. Go.
Meet a Navajo wolf witch.
That's what he looked like, all right, CJ, but what's it got to do with Charlie Chuska and the enemy way?
How about a whole lot to do with it? This is an enemy way ceremony. It's a ritual in which a Navajo sings chants, praise, in order to purge himself of the evil he might receive from seeing a wolf witch.
Yeah, Charlie saw the wolf.
Well, he did a lot more than that, Houston. According to Baby, you can't have an enemy way ceremony unless you possess some personal article belonging to the wolf witch.
Like what?
Like anything.
We're gonna need some help finding Charlie Chuska.
Houston! Houston! It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I have not slept in 2 days. I have my whole force out looking for an international assassin. You got me running around trying to track down a tribe of Navajo Indians.
Want some coffee?
No, I don't want any coffee.
Any luck in finding Charlie in the enemy way ceremony?
Against my best instincts, I tracked down an office in Tuba City who's got the information you're looking for. Hey, wait a minute. You're not going to Arizona at 3 o'clock in the morning, are you?
As soon as I pick up Scott at the hospital.
But what about your part of the deal? I mean, Baby tracking down the girl.
She's working on it, doing the best she can.
They call that one a singer. The one he's chanting over must be Charlie Chuska. Houston. Careful.
Charlie Chuska. My name is Matt Houston, and that's Scott over there. His wife was killed by the wolf witch. You saw the killer, didn't you, Charlie? Is that the personal article that you found of the killers? Do you know his name? Charlie, I need that flashlight.
If I give it to you, I cannot purge my spirit of evil. Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
Would you endanger your immortal soul?
Charlie, don't you understand? Now, I can stop the wolf witch from killing others, but I need that flashlight to do it. Please, I'll get it back to you as soon as I can.
Thank you.
Staying awake, Marlowe?
Feel a lot more awake if I knew what I was on the lookout for.
Your mama raised a master of understatement. If we don't find out by noon, I'm afraid we're gonna find out the hard way. My, what pretty eyes you have.
Thanks. But I haven't spotted anything yet.
Well, just keep a lookout.
That information into baby?
I sure did. Fingerprints from the flashlight. One set belonged to Charlie Chuska. Here's your wolf man, Houston. His name is Alan Garvey. Managed to stay out of jail till he was 20. Then he was picked up for aggravated assault. When he got out, he joined the Green Berets.
Oh, what's all this wolf business? I mean, he's not an Indian.
No, but he did live with them. His parents had a small general store in the outskirts of a Navajo reservation, so he grew up with the Indian children and he learned their ways.
And possibly the fact that Navajos would be scared enough of a wolf witch that they wouldn't identify Alan.
Mm-hmm. Alan's Army psychological profile. His aptitude indicates that he was the perfect killer. He functioned as a sniper behind enemy lines.
Great. Sounds like the man Hoyt's after.
Hoyt's hired assassin? Yeah. Well, if that's true, this is his target. Miss Athens. And her fiancé, Nicholas Pappas. He's a shipping and oil magnate. He controls...
Yeah, I've read about him. Yeah, he's got 60% of the family stock in the company.
However, Nicholas has an ambitious uncle who wants to take over.
So he hires Andre to kill Nicholas. They can't just kill Nicholas. No, he's got to make it look good. Kill a bunch of people. Make it look like a terrorist attack.
Well, why would he kill Inez Townsend?
Don't you see, it's perfect. It all fits for her apartment. That apartment overlooks the ceremonies. Now, Nicholas is going to be there any minute. You better get a hold of Hoyt.
And so, let's hear a big Los Angeles welcome for Miss Berlin, Fran Mueller. That's it for now, folks. We're going to take a short break.
Hey, what's the matter, Lieutenant? It's not that hot a day.
Marlowe, it's minutes before all hell breaks loose if our information is right. And if that hasn't got you sweating, the department hired you by mistake.
No, those are just rumors. I'm just happy to be here with my fiancée, Miss Athens. Thank you, sir.
from our beautiful sister city of Mexico City, Miss Maria Delgado. She brings greetings from her country in her native language.
Yo traigo saludos para nuestra hermana ciudad Los Ángeles.
Lieutenant Hoyt, you have a phone call. It's urgent.
De toda nuestra gente.
And from the sister city of Athens, Greece, the cradle of Western civilization, Miss Althea Nikopoulos. And her escort, one of the leading citizens of Greece, her fiancé, Nicholas Pappas.
Souvenirs, huh? Go ahead, sure, be my guest. But I'll be back to get them from you real soon.
I don't think so, Andre. I mean, you've got the death penalty waiting for you. Get him out of here.
I'm a chindi, a wolf witch. A chindi, Houston, is beyond death.
You're off the reservation now. Your magic doesn't work anymore. You and I both know that you are just a sheep in wolf's clothing.
6 months. 6 months at the most. You won't know when or where. But I'll be back again for you.
Some of his records arrived after you left. In the military, he'd been incarcerated in maximum security on 2 occasions. And twice within months he escaped.